Good evening. Welcome to Wednesday, July 6, 2022 reorganization meeting for West Seneca Central School Districts. If we can begin with the pledge. Vince, would you like to lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And I want to point out that Diane is excused from the meeting. She is on assignment. Do number 2, appointment of Nicole Latza, School District Clerk. Do I do just a regular motion? May I have a motion for A?
I'll make a motion.
Liz? Second for Jody. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Passes 6-0. Oath previously administered. We're good there. And we'll go with B. May I have a motion on B, please? That'll appoint Melissa Schutrim as the Deputy School District Clerk. Jan, motion to approve that. May I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Did I hear Molly over there? Molly, second. Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Moves 6-0. Thank you. Ooh, this was a good one. C, do I do a motion on that, or do we just do it?
Oh, we're just, no.
Okay, so people can't object. Do we do it now, or we do it together, separate?
I'll read it to you.
Okay.
Stand up, put your hand up, and repeat it.
Okay.
And then hold it.
My left hand or right hand?
Right.
I got it. Yeah.
I, Edmund Beaton,
I, Edmund Benient,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of board member
the duties of board member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. How about now D? Uh-oh. We still good?
I, Vincent Vanderlip,
I, Vincent Vanderlip,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of board member
the duties of board member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Excellent. Welcome aboard, sir. And we'll move on to E. That's the swearing in of Matthew.
Sorry.
It's
okay.
And right, I, Matthew Bystrap,
I, Matthew Bystrach,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of superintendent
the duties of superintendent
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Okay. Now we can move on to letter F. Election of school board president. I know at the last meeting there's some discussion on that. So I guess, do I just go with nominations from anyone who'd like to nominate? Open up the nominations. Anyone interested in nominating anybody?
I'll nominate Elizabeth Gates. Thank you, Jan.
Okay.
I accept your nomination.
Do we do a second on that, or you just accept it?
I accepted it.
Move on to any other nominations? Anyone? Anyone crazy enough? Nope. Okay, excellent. So we have one. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to accept. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Liz as the school board president. May I have a motion and a second? Jan, and the second would be?
I'll second.
I'll second Molly. You got it? And Molly? All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Move 6-0. Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I think if I had a gavel, I'd give it to you,
But it's okay.
but no gavel. And hand the meeting over to you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for putting your faith in me to run the school board this year. So I appreciate that. I would like to go on to the election of the school board vice president. I would like to open up.
Liz, hang on one second.
Oh, sure.
You have to swear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I moved right on. Stand up. Yeah. I, Elizabeth Gates, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of board president according to the best of my ability. Thank you. Oh, I have to say.
Karen's gonna give us the hand.
Okay, then. We'll continue then with G, the election of the school board vice president. I'd look to open up nominations for the school board vice president. Are there any nominations? Okay.
I appreciate your confidence in me. I've sat in the officers' chairs several times, but we are a 7-member board and all with an equal vote. So I'll just stay in this chair. Thank you. But I appreciate it.
I would like to nominate Molly Dana. Do you accept?
I accept.
Okay. Any other nominations? Oh, okay. Can I get a vote, please? All in favor of Molly Dana? Pardon me? Oh, okay. Can I get a motion to accept?
I'll motion.
Okay. Can I second?
I'll second.
All right. Vince will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
I'm opposed, it's nothing personal, but I am not comfortable with running mates and best friends serving as board officers together. You just happen to come up second, it was flip-flop, I would have done the same thing to you guys.
Okay. Thank you for explaining. All right, Molly Dana has been elected as school board president for the 2022-23 school year.
Thanks.
Is there a swearing in for Molly? Okay.
I, Molly Dana, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Vice Board President according to the best of my abilities.
Okay, yes.
When we get to the personnel, we have two people here that we can recognize again.
Okay.
Personnel.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, can I move on to 3A, please? The appointment of the officers. Can I ask for a motion on 3A?
I'd like a motion.
Okay, Ed will motion. A second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 6-0. 3B. Can I get a motion on 3B, please?
A motion.
Vince, second.
I'll second.
Jan, seconds. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Passes 6-0. Number 4, public comments for agenda items only. I'd like to discuss this. Would the board be willing to do public comments for all items at 4 instead of waiting till the end of the board meeting and not having 2 separate? So I'm just opening it up for discussion, if anybody is interested.
If I may, having sat in those seats and sat through meetings and with the, looking forward to the opportunity for public comment, I would support that idea. I think that we need to improve the level of communication and hear from people more readily. I think by the end of this agenda, if there's somebody still out there,
Yep,
before that's not
Yeah.
on the payroll,
right.
I think we'll be lucky.
Yeah.
So no, I think that I would agree with you that public comment, let's have it early and allow people to come, make their statements, and then go on with their busy lives.
Okay.
Could we do public comment, the end version both times? Still have it available at the end also, in case someone wants to comment on something we've already done, also, like, would it hurt anyone, like, you know what I mean, instead of
Yeah.
moving it, can we just do both? Open to the, agenda and non-agenda items?
I was just thinking to come.
Something during the meeting that someone, then the opportunity then at the end.
I see.
We very rarely have anyone stick around, so.
For me, I would agree with that on that too. That happened during the course of the meeting. So what you're giving is you're giving the opportunity to make a comment prior to any motions or votes, and then a follow-up comment at the end. I think that serves everybody the best.
And I think if you do the reading at 4, I don't think you have to bother with the reading at the end if no one's here to speak.
Okay.
My own opinion.
All
I
right.
think one of our goals is to include the public in as much as possible, so I think it's rather a good idea to give them a chance at the end.
Okay.
Me
All
too.
right then.
I mean, do we have to determine time limits right now? Yeah,
I
okay.
don't think so.
As
Okay.
long as the coffee stays hot.
Yeah.
It's only been 3 minutes, 30 minutes total, but that's entirely.
Yeah, we can add
No,
that
that
to
sounds
our,
great.
I ran out
you know,
of
one of our
coffee, I'm a beast.
discussions.
Yeah.
All right, well then, I will open this up then for public comments on agenda and non-agenda items.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
So,
there's anything we can vote on, do we?
yeah, do we have anybody who's interested in making a comment to us? I can read the statement. I should read it. Okay. The public comment section is time set aside for the community to speak directly to the Board of Education. You should note that the first public comment section is only for agenda-related items, which we are changing. We're going to open it up for everything. Each speaker is given 3 minutes with a total allotted time to last no more than 30 minutes. When called, please step to the podium, state your name and address. Please be respectful in your comments and do not divulge any personal or confidential information. The info shared will be carefully considered and the appropriate person will contact you. If you'd like to be contacted, please leave your information with the district clerk. Is there anybody who would like to come up and speak? Okay. I think we're good then. We'll move on to 5A. Actually, yeah. Hold on a second. Actually, can I get a motion for all of 5A through 5C? And then we can stop after that, you said? Okay.
Just take a minute.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Okay. Jan, can I get a second? I'll give you time to look it over if you'd like.
I'll do the second if you give us just a second to read.
Sure.
depending on
Please take your time.
Questions. I apologize, it's through basically all of,
So we have certified
All of five,
resignations,
right?
unpaid leave of absence,
Okay.
and appointments of personnel.
cool.
Is everybody ready? Yep, okay. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
To make a motion.
Oh, we did a motion and a
Did we
second.
second it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, so did anyone
discussion?
oppose? Oh, any discussion, sorry. Any discussion?
I would just like to make comment and thank Dr. Cervoni and his department for adding information to this agenda that I've been pestering you about all year, so noticed, thank you.
Okay. So I believe it passes 6-0. I didn't hear any notes. All right, and then would you like to take a
Yeah,
moment?
sure. So we actually, first of all, congratulations to those that just received their appointments. Maybe just one round of applause for that. Welcome to the district. We actually have two of our folks here today, both in our Pupil Personnel Services Department. We'll start off with Elizabeth Reedy. Elizabeth, can you stand up back there? Hi, Elizabeth is actually, I had the good fortune of being able to interview Elizabeth last week. She's going to be one of our new social workers in the district between Northwood and Winchester Potters. Very much looking forward to working with Elizabeth. She brings a wealth of experience to us. She's had some good experiences working over at Erie One BOE, supporting some students with pretty unique and individualized needs. So we're very much looking forward to working with Elizabeth. Elizabeth, did you want to introduce the folks you brought with you here? I recognize some of them. So.
Thank you for coming. Congratulations.
We also have one additional one of our appointments, Danielle Roberts. Danielle, can you say hi to everyone?
Hi, Danielle.
Danielle's a school psychologist. Again, had a great fortune of being able to sit with her for quite a while last week. Some good conversation. She's actually going to be partnering up with Elizabeth over as a school psychologist in one of our elements over at Winchester Potters. So we're very excited to have her on board with us. Did you want to introduce who you brought with you today?
Sure, I brought my husband Mike with me. My son is actually playing a t-ball game right now, so he's there, and my daughter's there too, so this is the last game.
Well,
Thank you.
really, very much looking forward to working with you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You're welcome. Okay.
I don't believe we have any other appointments here tonight.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, great, sure. All right, we'll move on to 6. So 6A, creating a classified position. I need a motion on this, please.
No motion.
Okay, can I
No
have
motion to approve, sorry.
is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion?
I just have a question about the positions. Are they volunteer positions or paid positions?
Dr. Cervoni, do you know if they're volunteer or paid?
Which one? The before and after school are compensated. I'm not 100% sure if the academy positions here represent internship. I don't believe there's any compensation associated with them. And then the teacher center people, depending on their courses, may earn a certain rate for courses that they teach.
Okay.
You would likely see them after these positions were created, when people are appointed, any sort of financial, you have to vote and see that exact.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Teacher Center has their own budget, don't they, Teacher Center?
Mhm.
No, they
Yeah.
have their own budget.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, passes 6-0. I believe I can do B through D. If I can get a motion on that. We have a resignation. Your motion, thank you, Vince. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Good. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay. Passes 6-0. All right, 7. Okay. So we are going to do 7A, curriculum cabinet facilitator appointments. Can I get a motion for this?
I'll make a motion
Okay,
to approve.
to approve. Can I get a second to
I'll
approve?
second.
Okay. Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions here.
Sure.
Again, we're seeing folks that a cabinet facilitator and a facilitator of professional development and facilitator of science and instruction and technology. We have brought in a assistant superintendent for educational operations. Why do these things not fall under her purview, and why do we still need these positions, is my question. It'll continue to be my question.
They do fall under her purview, so they'd still, like, Mrs. Persico oversees all of anything to do with curriculum and instruction, so it's just added layers and levels of support. It's obviously, there's quite a few curricular areas, so just recently we brought in an ELA director because we felt that particular position needed a little more focused support and attention. So this is a very similar structure to what we've had, not with the curriculum cabinet. Actually, it was a full director positions that we had historically speaking. So we used to have a director, of science, specifically, and that was a full director position. So at this point, the curriculum cabinet position it's not a full director position. It's just a stipended position, and these are reevaluated. The board, we have the ability to reevaluate these on an annual basis. So.
Would we not be able to give these duties to the facilitator of math and applied science?
No, I don't believe we would be able to do that, no.
Okay, any more discussion? All right. All in favor? Aye.
What is the vote? Curriculum cabinet.
Curriculum
No, I
cabinet,
know,
7A.
I know. All right,
Yep.
yeah, I'll abstain then. It'll pass without my vote. Is that correct?
No.
1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Anyone opposed?
I'm not opposed. I'll
Okay,
abstain.
you'll
I'm the
abstain?
relative on
Okay. And Vince, were you aye or
I oppose.
you opposed? Okay, so we have 4, 4, 1, 1. Okay.
it. Who was negative on that?
Vince.
Oh,
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
It is hard to hear. Sorry.
Yeah.
It is.
It's hard for me to hear.
Yeah.
Is it?
You.
Should I get louder?
You should.
Okay. Maybe I'll go up to
So
the.
Liz, I'll make a
Jeff,
motion
is this
and
mic
let's
in
yell.
here?
All right. Let me see.
Turn the fan off. Turn the fan off. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not
I
I can turn
yeah,
the
I
fan
think
off
it's
if you think
fine.
that'll help.
No, I think it's fine. I'll just speak louder.
It's not the fan.
Okay.
It's a
I don't know if Will
library.
can hear anybody back there. Can you hear us? Okay, they
Okay.
can't hear you in the back of the room.
All right.
I can't hear you here.
Use my
Mom
mom
voice.
voice, so you don't want to hear that. All right, can I get a motion to put B, let's see, I think it was, what number are we on?
B.
7B.
7. So can we do 7B through E together, please? Can I get a motion for that?
through E.
Yep, B through E.
I would make a motion for that.
I'll
Okay.
second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second, so any discussion?
Yeah, I do have a question, I'm sorry.
Okay, on which
In
one?
terms of 7C,
Okay,
So district coordinators, chairpersons, leader appointments. Are these considered members of the curriculum council, or how do they perform their duties? Where do they?
So they're like department chairs. So this is within the Teachers Association. So these are teacher leaders. So if you think about like the science department chair or like the music department coordinator. So
And who do they report to?
Chairs and stuff coming on a future agenda, they didn't all make this agenda.
Okay.
These are coordinators, literacy facilitators, and district chairpersons. There are also building-based chair people at both middle and high, as well as other leader positions at elementary specific curriculum areas.
Okay. So who do these folks report to?
who do they report to?
These district coordinators, chairpersons, leader appointments, who do they report to?
Generally, it's the administrator in the building. For instance, the music. Trevor Jalowski would report to that person's principal as far as what's going on.
so he kind of has two roles. So like
Yeah.
Trevor's like the coordinators. There's fewer coordinators, but the coordinators would actually work at the district level. So work probably more directly with like John Cervoni and Carm Persico.
Right.
So and then for the building level stuff, they absolutely would. So
All the building stuff, all of these people.
correct. So then, for instance, if somebody is
Right.
like the science department chair, they would also work by the current structure. They would work with Franco De Pasqua as the curriculum cabinet science facilitator. A math department chair would work with Franco, but also with Carm Persico as well. So,
Okay, so they would report to either CARM
or the director.
or the director.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That's true.
Are we comfortable going through with the vote then?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, for me. Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? No. Okay, passes 6-0. All right, we are going to do F separately. There was some discussion about the substitute rate, so I just wanted everybody to have an opportunity to discuss if they wanted to. So we're just going to do F. Okay, so can I get a motion to approve F for substitute rates?
I'll move.
Okay. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion on those?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have specifically a question on the lowest paid position on this substitute list,
Mm-hmm.
which is terribly a lifeguard. The rate for a lifeguard at $14 an hour.
So just I can tell you that anything being put forth right now was just vetted through our HR department, our business office. They looked at comparables from other districts and just felt that these were acceptable and appropriate rates to come up with. So.
This is a similar rate to what the town is offering. They're full-time lifeguards, and guess what's not opening this year because there are no lifeguards, is our pool. So I would like to discuss, the only pools we have now are our school pools for our community to use, because now our
That's
town
true.
pool is closed for the year. So I don't know if we would want to just table that specific position, but someone who is responsible for saving your life is worth more than $14 an hour, in my opinion.
Okay.
I would make a suggestion, so I did talk with our athletic director about this, we really enjoy these quotes as well. So, one consideration might be to approve this rate if there are rates that you wanted to consider increasing. I know another rate that we recently discussed is, there is an additional rate on here that, it came to my attention that they'd like me to make a proposal to the board for potentially increase in the future as well, potentially this year. So kind of our process is to establish the rates typically at this meeting. We are bound by them until obviously an adjustment is made if anything is approved. And then each year we kind of revisit and evaluate. Sometimes they move, sometimes they don't. Just a thought, I don't know logistically what happens if we don't approve a rate and we need them this summer. If it falls back to the previously established rate, which I believe is unchanged. I believe it was currently $14. But I did vet that and talk about all these and try to talk to the different stakeholders. They felt like it was appropriate. but, you know, not discrediting your point, it's a valid point, and
Costs a lot of money to get that certification as well, so.
so,
Okay.
obviously open
Is it-
to,
I agree with Jody. I think we should offer $20 an hour for a lifeguard, personally. Just because it's really hard to get someone to do that.
It is.
And it's also very, you know, it's very important.
Is there
I
a
don't-
difference, for a point of clarification, this is for substitutes, correct?
This
Everything
falls
here
under
is under substitute rate?
Yep,
Is
substitute
the rate
rates.
for lifeguards, for a regular lifeguard,
I don't think we
full-time,
employ
the
the
same?
full-time lifeguard. So all new lifeguards that we typically would have would be kind
Fall
of
under this?
substitute rate. So we'll go through, we evaluate the budget. If we increase, we try to project what that budget impact would be based on, you know, historical hours and maybe each position. So if we wanted to make a change, or the board had a desire to make a change, you know, I would just suggest that we would just evaluate, depending on the increase, what type of overall budget impact that makes. That's typically the process we would go through. Some of these we did increase teachers, some of our preferred rates, just to try to stay competitive and look at regional districts. And then I will kind of sit with Will and his team and just say, all right, what is our typical usage? What kind of impact is this? What kind of impact does it have on the budget? So that's just some of the process going into leading up to this recommendation.
When,
Did specifically speak to the lifeguard. I did with our athletic director, and ultimately did believe that we are getting lifeguards and that was appropriate. But not challenging your thinking on it, and it's something that we certainly could talk, or I could gather more information for you if you so choose.
I think is that okay with you to go through this and then get more information about that and possibly add it to another
You
agenda?
can add to the next agenda if
Discuss
you
it
want
at
to.
our next meeting,
as
how
soon as you
would we
want.
make
Yeah.
sure that it just doesn't get swept under the table?
Right,
you would just bring it up. Yes.
right.
You can approve it as soon as
And we have to get.
John, is there any other thing that comes along with that? I know we probably required them to be a lifeguard license, you know, like is there anything besides that rate? I.e., we pay for training or
A golden whistle.
a whistle? Do we, like nothing else is covered, like, you know, getting them their license or whatever, or?
No, we
The
don't
training's
offer
like-
that.
Okay.
Is it still like almost $400?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's like
Or is this saying yes?
Marissa's shaking her head, yes.
Yes.
So you're asking someone for a $400 certification for a $14 an hour job.
And it's generally kids
Yep.
And a cute
who
red
take
bathing
these
suit.
positions.
We give them the bathing suit too.
You give them the bathing suit?
Yeah, it's-
All right.
There was some
I think we'll add it to the
discussion
next
around
agenda.
being in alignment with the town, not to overcompensate or outprice, and then potentially, so that was.
Yeah.
We might have
Full
to out
disclosure, that was part.
price
We
it.
don't mind outpricing other districts because we want subs, but that is part of the conversation. But maybe with the pool's not in operation in the town.
Yeah, it's not.
Great.
Cool.
I mean,
There's more-
last year there was no swim lessons. This year there's no pool.
Right, well,
So,
yeah, there's also more to
Solely
it than
based
just
on
lifeguards too, though, like use
lifeguard
now, so they're getting rid of the pool.
but
Yeah, I'm okay discussing it,
I know
yeah.
it's hard for you guys to believe, but I used to be a lifeguard.
Jan worked for a nickel
It's
an
not
hour
hard for
when
us
she
to
was-
believe.
I did, no.
she was-
In college, I
We'll take that
I
back
took
then,
it
so you don't
out.
get to keep
But
that.
I had to renew it. Wait a minute, guys. I had to renew it every 3 years, you know, while I stayed.
Right, yeah.
And, you know, I mean, a lot of responsibility there. I want to give them a raise.
swim into the bottom of the pool
Yeah, we
and pick
get-
up that brick.
Yes.
No.
I mean, my
I have
personal-
no problem putting it on the next agenda, okay?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
If we can, we'll get more information and see if that, I mean, this is probably, that needs to happen quickly.
And maybe make a recommendation if that was a priority.
Okay, thank you. All right, I think that was it. Are there any other questions or discussions? Nope, all right. Can we vote on these, please, then? It is, we already had a motion, we already have a second, we just need to vote.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? It passes 6-0. All right, so now we are on 7G and H, and I was hoping to do those together as well. Can I get a motion for 7G and H? Motion to approve.
I would love to do that.
Okay, Ed? Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Molly? Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Passes 6-0. All right, so now we are on 8 reports. Actually, we can do all of 8. We have 8 A, B, C, and D, so minutes and Committee of Special Education reports. Can I get a motion to approve all of 8?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Jody? Can I?
Second?
Molly, second. All in favor? Oh, discussion? Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Oh, passes 6-0. Okay, 9, appointments. I was hoping to do these all together. So 9A through 9H, and I will give you time to look through them.
I'll make the motion.
Okay?
I'm still looking, but I'll make the motion.
I'm still reading. Until what?
I'll second.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So 9, all of 9. So it's A through H. And we have Ed motioned, Jody second. Any discussion?
Did we miss, and the only discussion is just a quick question, 'cause I thought I was on the committee. Did we miss a recent auditors meeting? Or did I
Oh.
miss one, or? Usually we have one, like, we have a couple of them, like one at the beginning of the year, one at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Auditing, the
The
auditors?
internal auditors? Yeah.
Report's not available yet.
Okay, that,
It's available, we'll be calling together and do,
okay,
Okay,
just making sure I didn't miss something.
yep. Thanks for catching
I
that.
always like, they're always good people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, passes 6-0. Now 10. 10's a big one. Okay. I am going to ask for a motion on 10A through 10D.
So motion.
Thank you, Vince. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Jody or Molly, wherever you want.
Go for it.
Jody spoke first. Discussion on any of these?
Nope.
No? Okay, all in favor? Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Her, for athletic director, not his. That's all. It says his.
Oh, does it?
It's her.
Okay,
That's all.
typo. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed?
I'm changing it.
Okay, 6-0.
Pronouns are important.
All right, so now we are on 10E, Board of Education Liaisons. And we have a sheet in our folder, so I wanted to talk.
Is this it?
That is not it.
Oh, got it, thank
It's
you.
this one.
Thank you.
So I see board members have filled it out, so we're doing good. So.
Are we planning on going down the line? and
We are,
discussing?
yes. So, but this needs action, right, Nicole? This needs action and discussion. Then we vote, okay. All right, so I had some suggestions and I wanted to hear everyone's thoughts. There are many committees on here. So we were thinking to combine some. For example, internal audit would combine with budget and finance. So how does everybody feel about that? Does that sound okay to you?
the audit committee has a special function,
Okay,
like its own charter. So it could be the same members, but it could be different.
okay. I think it would be okay for them to be the same members if everyone else was okay with that.
That's just
We're
Diane's
looking
not
at
here.
internal audit, and what was the other one?
Budget and finance.
Budget and finance.
So they would need to stay separate, Will? Is that correct?
I think they'll have separate charter.
Okay.
We're gonna attempt to have the same people. as you did.
Yes, I would like to do that, to keep it as the same people. Right, and they only, I was on that and I only met once. How often do they meet?
We're gonna try for at least 3 times a year.
Okay.
Do you think Diane would wanna?
She did not express interest in that one, but she was interested in budget and finance, so I would ask her opinion on that.
She did send us an email,
So,
Like
I
a
am,
recent one?
about yeah, it was recent before she left, about the committees.
is that what she went in, did someone put her in, did she fill this out?
She filled
Based
it
on
out.
the email, right? Okay.
And then the last
one,
one, she was interested in, I called today.
So we're working on internal audit and budget and finance right now?
Right, that's combining those
So
two.
personally, I've been on the internal audit committee for a long time. I have no issues not being on it if there's 2 or 3 other people that want to be on it. But I
Okay.
do enjoy being on it.
Okay,
But I'm not offended in any way if 3 different people want to be involved in that. Again, budget and finance is something I'm interested in, but I'm not gonna, like,
okay,
take my ball and play somewhere else if,
I think it would be
There are 3
important though to
people.
have your historical knowledge of seeing that through the last, 6
yeah.
years. To
Again,
continue
I'm,
in that role.
I want to be on every committee, so I'm okay, like, I'm not going to be.
Okay.
So I'm okay being flexible, but yeah, I do, those are 2 that are definitely of interest. But I
Okay.
don't want to take away from board members who have certain ones they want to be on, which is why I didn't put my name anywhere.
okay,
I'm not interested in either, so.
okay.
Maybe that's my game.
Well then, do you mind if I start from the top instead? Then, so for community education, we have Vince.
I'll do my community education.
You'd like to, okay, so maybe we can add Jody to that.
And again, I love community education, I've been involved a long time, but if there's another,
Okay.
like if one of you 2 are interested, I don't know if you've served on it yet or not.
I have not, but I think 2 is enough.
I would like community ed,
Yeah, we usually do 3.
yeah, it's usually 3.
Like,
It usually is
yeah,
3.
I mean, again, I could just be a backup if.
Okay,
you
why
want
don't
to
we
be
put you as a
the third.
backup?
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's a good idea.
I think they usually meet like 4 times a year, try to meet.
Okay.
Yeah. Stephanie was great about doing, like, I joined it being Zoom, via Zoom. 'Cause I
Okay.
couldn't get there.
Oh, great.
So,
She was very flexible. Okay, so internal audit, I
So,
have.
If you don't mind interrupting.
Yes, go ahead.
If we're picking the committees, is it possible to pick the leader of the committee so we can make sure the board gets reports back all the time, like which specific person? Or do you want the committee themselves to decide that?
can we decide that with Diane here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fine, I'm
yeah.
just asking. Because
Yeah.
I noticed there's been, like Diane did a real good job of reporting back.
Right.
Some of the committees I was part of, I never knew if Diane was gonna or not.
Right.
So can we decide that another time then? or
We
have
will.
Each committee decide it? Okay,
Yep.
Cool.
That's a good idea. Okay, so internal audit, I expressed interest in this, and then Diane expressed interest in budget and finance, so is there another board member who's interested in this? Because we could fit.
As long as I'm not bumping someone.
You're
I'm
not.
I mean, Molly, were you interested?
No, I guess just, I was hesitant really to sign up for anything this year unless, I can attend the meetings.
Okay.
The policy meetings all took place during the workday, so I wasn't unable to attend.
If I interrupt you on that, the internal audit, up to recently, they've always been before a board meeting, if that helps.
That does help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can always be backup on the internal.
Okay.
Like if, like, one of the 3 can't make it, or if you're interested.
Sure.
If it's something
It's
you
like
want
an
to
hour
do.
before the board meeting.
That's perfect then for me.
Yeah.
Will, is that still going to be the case, or were you looking at changing that?
No, the same thing for the finance and budget, we would try to link it to a board meeting day if we would.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's just ahead of time.
That's great.
Can I
Liz, Ed, and
point
Molly
of
on
clarification on that?
Yes.
How is it determined when these committees meet? If you were on a committee that was meeting and you weren't able to be there,
No.
that's counterproductive. So who makes the determination when they meet?
Well, so like community ed, I believe, the leader of community ed sets the meetings with when she holds them, and I believe we used to hold them in the evening,
that. She
right?
asked all of our availability
Yeah.
and whatever.
She reaches out and when are you available, and then, Internal audit, we've always done before the board meetings, so we've never not been
And
available.
sports boosters, they decide and then you attend if you can.
I'll attend the board.
But
Right.
specifically, like, for me, the policy committee, that's why I didn't sign up again, because I wasn't able to attend. So is there flexibility in when the policy committee can meet?
There can be. I think just the number, you have to pull a lot of people that are working during the day in the district. That was the struggle. So you get a number of people whose hours are during the daytime. I think that was the struggle that we had. We can certainly, try to schedule some meetings. I think we looked to do this at least once or twice last year that could take place at a separate time later, like bumping up to a board meeting or something like that. I think that would work. Kill two birds with one stone. So, and I will say too, the other four, the newer ones, the enrollment facilities, that budget and finance, professional learning, all of these things I would envision being tied to a board meeting as well to some degree, or just try to do those later afternoon at the very earliest, to be quite honest with you. So,
I mean, my real interest is in policy, so if we could, have some meetings in the afternoon or before
A board meeting?
Board meeting, that would be awesome. I'll gladly do that.
Yeah. I think it's important. We have to approve these policies, and
Yeah.
I think it's important for us to have all members who are interested there. So, okay, so
So
we,
you want to-
yeah,
I'll
I'm just
sign
gonna
this
go
up.
down, yeah. All right,
Where did we
safe,
end-
so.
Where did we end
I think
internal
we're on safe
audit?
schools now.
Yep.
Oh, do you have
Was
three?
it Liz,
Mhm, Molly and you.
Molly, and me?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, for safe schools, we have 3 people interested already, Vince, Diane, and myself. Is there any
I'm
other
okay getting
interest?
off of there.
Pardon me?
You just don't cross my name out.
Okay.
Ladies have it under control.
Okay.
May I, if he's not on, may I be the third?
Of course.
I promise I won't be on every committee.
I know I'm not on this committee, but I was on this committee my first year on the board,
Mhm.
and when you guys go for this, all the fire chiefs that have school building in the district should be on it, and they're not.
Oh, they
Okay.
are.
They weren't the
They just
year I
don't
was
attend.
on.
They just aren't able to make it.
No, they weren't even listed
Okay,
on the year that I was on.
okay. Yeah, well, I mean, again, we can,
So-
Sharon can speak to
They
that.
typically
but-
do. They should be, honestly.
Okay.
I remember
Yeah.
we used to sometimes have to like track down who it was, because sometimes that would change hands too. So they're supposed to be.
Cool.
Yeah, one of the things I like to see this year was the meetings were a lot heavily attended. There was a point where, I think a couple of them I went to, there was like 5 people. So maybe that was the same.
I mean, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to have all that information when you submit your safety plan to the
Yep.
state, right? All
Oh,
the
yeah, it's
people that
like
are-
toward the beginning of the plan, it actually shows all the members of the
all
team.
the other
Yeah, yeah.
numbers, everything.
Yep.
Okay. All right, can we move on to public relations? Vince expressed interest in this. Are there any other board members interested? The Public Relations Committee, yes. Maybe we can get an explanation for this one, because I'm not sure about this
That's
one.
Elena.
It's Elena?
Yeah, we did not meet at all this year.
Okay. So
in
this
fact,
should be,
I think she was, I don't want to speak out of turn, but weren't you looking to kind of re-envision what it was? So what it used to be before, years ago, was we would meet with, there was a small group of people we would meet. I don't remember who exactly was there besides the lady, Kirchmeier?
Oh, Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren, it was basically, for the couple of years I was involved, it was me and Lauren and a couple principals, but it was a very not well-attended event. So I don't, am I mistaken that you were looking to re-envision that, or am I not? Did I misunderstand that?
Mostly hearing what it was, I'd like some historical perspective on it, and what the objectives are, and then discuss what they might be going forward, and also who will be on it. I've made contact with some people in the communities who are with alumni groups, and so I think that might be a good place to start, and then we can figure out what it will look like, who will be on it, and what our function will be.
Again, I enjoyed it, but if I'm not one of the three, I'm not gonna.
no,
Freak out.
I think Vince and you would do a great job at that. Okay?
Anyone want to be a third backup or anything, or? Don't forget the president and vice president, I think, are ad hoc members of all these committees.
Okay.
So
Wonderful.
I don't think there's any rules on you guys.
Okay. Athletics and sports boosters, we have Vince and Jody. Is there anybody else interested?
Hey, yeah, I usually go to that.
Okay, I will put you down. Jan?
Jan, if you need a backup, I'm at every east and
Well,
west.
keep the other, we meet in 155. This-
I haven't missed a meeting this year.
Question to you, Jody. Last year, were there any invitations from East Athletic Boosters to you? No? Okay. We need to,
So I met with East, I went to their last meeting, it was also their first meeting,
okay.
and the entire board graduated. So I don't even know if there's currently an East Sports Boosters.
Okay. Well, we should look into
Any,
that.
Elena? Marissa, any information on that? There's no Sports East Boosters yet? They-
Kathy Aiken, I haven't been in touch with her since graduation, so, I'm not quite sure what the plan is moving forward, but most of the East board did graduate.
Yes, I think it was the entire board.
Yeah, I know they do have something in place as far as people for the football games, at least to run some sessions, but as far as an actual board for other stuff, no.
Yeah, I attended their first and last meeting a couple of months ago, and then Sports Boosters did get their treasurer, and they're fully staffed now. So, I go to them anyway, so if anyone needs a backup, but I mean, I don't need to be on the committee.
We're not
Okay.
long, we're short meetings. Just put you don't meet on it.
Yeah.
I think Jan, you're the third, right?
Yes,
Jan?
Jan is the third.
Jan, is it West?
It does.
West, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In 155.
Okay. So for capital project, I was wondering if we can combine that with facilities.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. So capital project and facilities, and what I understand is history has been board officers for this committee?
For the capital project?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
historically. But, do what you want.
But yes, okay, so, but Vince expressed interest, and Diane, and Molly and I, do you wanna?
Yeah, you
Yes.
can put me on the facilities.
Okay,
since-
we're going to combine them with
Yeah.
capital project.
That would be great.
Let's put Molly on there, and I can be an alternate if somebody can't show. Okay. For band boosters, I put my name down there for that. I have 2 children in band, so that would be no problem for me.
And again, I would be a backup for
Okay.
you.
Great, thank you, Ed. All right, so the next ones are the new ones, Matt. So I was wondering, can we combine enrollment with re-envisioning, or are those 2 separate?
I honestly think that they're both looking at the same
Same
sort of
thing.
information. I definitely do. I don't know. I think the re-envisioning right now it's probably about 10 people. So
Okay.
yeah, I think we might want to open it up. I think we start off with our core group,
Okay.
board liaisons, some key district personnel, but then I think we open it up to community members. We try to get some
Okay.
more people. I guess I wouldn't want to just say those 10
Just
people,
bring
whatever,
them in.
just bring them in. But I
Okay.
think we should, elements of them, they've done some work, so I think
Okay.
if we can bring it.
The re-envisioning is Peters, right?
It's when Peter
Yeah.
was.
Yes,
Yeah.
but Diane is taking it over,
Good.
so she,
What's the scope of that?
you will? Okay.
So re-envisioning, what are we in re-envision? Which vision are we re-envisioning?
Redistricting for one thing.
Redistrict, okay, so it's redistrict.
That's what that is.
And then enrollment obviously makes sense there. And actually facilities and your capital project probably tie into that pretty
There's a
closely
connection
as
between
well.
the two, definitely.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't, there's a lot of other elements too, that, like with facilities, that I wouldn't want to try to lump into enrollment too much. Like if you're looking at like roofs or, repairing
No, I think
windows and
that,
stuff.
I think enrollment and what you said about redistricting, that's the only reason you redistrict is because of
The
enrollment.
re-envisioning was committee like Peter kind of envisioned and created, and then formed and married. Peter and
Yeah.
married.
Yeah.
So like that was like
Paul
key.
wasn't there.
So that really, I only attended one, so I don't know how far his scope went. I don't think anyone here has attended one of his meetings.
I have.
Oh, have you?
Mhm,
Okay.
Yes.
And so is it just redistricting, or was it
Oh,
more
no,
of a?
it's everything.
Everything?
It
Okay.
depends on who gets talking, what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to bring that in a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Scope of that might want to come a little more narrow.
Yeah.
Diane,
Diane will wrangle them in.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jody, were you interested in enrollment or just the re-envisioning committee?
If, you said you were gonna combine them, so if you're gonna combine them,
Matt said that we would do it down eventually, So,
Yeah, I think,
He
I mean,
thought-
I think they're really trying to tackle some of the same key things. If there's other issues that they're talking about, then certainly that can be a part of the conversation. But enrollment isn't just how many kids we have. It's you want to look at other factors too. You want to look at, special education status. You want to look at English as another language status. So there's other things to consider as well in terms of how you have your student population,
Dispersed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm
So-
okay with both.
okay. I'm interested in that one as well. So we'll both
In
put,
enrollment,
yep,
Liz?
yep.
Jody, Liz, and Diane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This way, if one of us can't make it, there are two others.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, facilities is going with capital project, so we have Vince, Diane, and Molly. Budget and finance will be Diane and I and Ed. Professional learning. Vince expressed interest in this. I'm not sure if he's still interested. Are there any other board members?
It's going to be out a lot at night.
I'm very interested in professional.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah. So
I will say this is
we're
not
talking
my
about
area.
Professional development here, we're
Correct.
talking about,
I'm not too familiar what the plan is with that committee, but again, if no one else is interested, I'd have no problem being a backup of things.
Okay.
I can't tell you that I'm a super professional
Do,
in any way.
do we know when
I have
those
sneakers
meetings are
on.
running?
I was honestly targeting later in the day for those as well. I thought,
Okay.
potentially they could back up to, we only have so many board meetings, but I think we try to look and be strategic about when those meetings were as well, so that we can, get a good swath of people that were there for those. So all four of those new ones, I honestly
Okay.
envisioned mostly taking place later in the day. So
Okay.
either the-
Okay.
we still have the ability to be virtually, correct? So,
Yeah. Oh, I think we
Especially
definitely,
committee meetings, you can hop in virtually.
yeah, I think we can mix. I think
Yeah,
we can-
the one couple safety meetings we did virtually was actually really productive.
yeah.
Okay,
Are you thinking about it, Molly?
so
Yeah.
Vince,
So I
Ed,
can
and
be
you,
the backup?
okay?
Want
Yeah.
to double team that
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
So Molly,
Professional
Vince,
learning
And Ed.
committee, Kim sent an email about that, so the first two meetings are the 12th and the 19th from 9 to noon. I don't know what happens.
that's actually, yeah, that's, sorry,
That's
that's a little
something else.
different. So Kim McCartan has been working on some PD stuff as far as facilitator roles. She works with Carm directly. We're looking to actually have, there's what's required, and I think eventually they're going to kind of meld together, but there's requirements that we have for our professional development plan for the state. And then there's just an ongoing dialogue that we're looking to have take place about PD throughout the course of the year. Carm, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
That's accurate, so we have to have a professional learning plan approved for the year, and that is this committee that Kim just sent notice out about, so we have representation from higher ed, we have parent representation, we have district administration, we have district teachers, so there's a variety of stakeholders on this, where we look at the plan, you have to have a certain number of ENL, professional learning opportunities, so it's really spelling it all out, and having a plan that will come to your attention for approval, as it does every year, and then the professional learning committee that Vince and Molly and Ed have expressed interest in is something that will be ongoing so that we can work to craft professional learning throughout the course of the school year to align it with superintendent conference days, things of that, nature, half days, et cetera. And they will come together to support them.
Yeah. So there's a task that we have to complete right now, which is to get the professional learning plan where it needs to be to submit it for your consideration. But then we just want to have an ongoing professional learning or professional development conversation throughout the course of the year. So as opposed to, get this taken care of now, but then keep moving forward. So I imagine you'll see some of the same players involved as well, too.
Don't the directors do something for conference days? They plan different things. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And-
So there's we have to have somebody kind of quarterbacking that. So the directors and our curriculum leaders would be involved in those conversations as well. So I envision us being able to take in feedback, surveys, things like that, but also, having conversation, basically, ongoing. So we just had a professional development day, and how did that go? What was the feedback from that? What adjustments might we need to make? Things like that.
I know one group visited City Hall, and, some of the
Yeah.
downtown things.
Yep.
Yeah.
They take field trips.
Yep.
It's fun.
Yeah.
We'll do a,
They got stuck in an elevator. Yep.
Yep.
So with Vince and Molly and
Yep.
kind of help out as a backup.
Yep, Vince, Ed, and Molly for that. Policy,
This is separate from what Kim invited them to?
Correct.
Yep.
Correct, yeah. The thing that Kim just invited to is that has kind of a finite, they're going
it's an
to
email.
have an end product.
It's
So
an email.
we're not going to have necessarily have the higher ed rep on our standing committee in the districts.
all right, we're not on the back yet, but policy committee. Molly, Liz, and Diane, so Molly, me, and Diane. And we did that last year, and that would be reviewing our board policies and, reviewing the ones.
At a board meeting, like biting out little chunks of it.
Mhm,
And,
right.
Okay.
Right, we went through like maybe one section last year, so hopefully we'll get through more. The re-envisioning committee will be the same people who are on enrollment. And then I wanted to talk about school liaisons quickly, and maybe you can think about these and let me know. So we had talked about this last year, about having a school liaison, and what I was thinking, and going to ask board members what they thought about selecting a school where you are the liaison and you attend an event or two and maybe a PTA meeting and report back to the board, or just develop a relationship with that building so that they have a board member they can reach out to and speak to. And so I wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
I love that.
Okay.
And I want to take a school I don't know.
Okay. We have a lot of elements.
She wants Winchester Potters.
No, I don't.
No,
That's the farthest from my house.
Jan's like,
I want Allendale.
I think Jody brings up a great point, because we know our schools where our students and our children have attended, and it's in our backyard. I think it's important for those people to see us and get to know us better and get us to know those schools better. So I think it would be wise to select a school that you're not as familiar with.
Right. Like, I don't want East Middle or Northwood
Okay.
because everybody knows who I am at East Middle and Northwood. I want something where I don't know the school, I don't know the culture, I don't know anything about
Okay.
it. So,
I'm okay with that, but I'm also okay with somebody who is at West Senior quite a bit, or at West Middle quite a bit, being that liaison as well, just because our volunteer time is limited. So I would accept both. And I
don't
think,
think there needs to be one way or
Right.
the other, but I think as a individual board member,
right.
yeah,
reaching out and going somewhere where you're not as familiar
okay.
probably
I
help
would
us as board members.
go as far to say if two people want to handle one school too, it's
There's 9
Right.
schools, 7
like,
people.
I'm not gonna, we're gonna fight, like.
Well, we are on quite a bit of committees
Yeah.
and liaisons, so I don't want to
I'm saying
overwhelm.
if Hypothetically,
I
you
would
want to
Allendale.
be.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
All right, Jody gets
We're gonna
Allendale.
get this done. Who wants Clinton?
I would take Clinton or Northwood.
I was gonna try to grab Northwood.
All right.
Liz wants Northwood?
Yes, I went to Northwood, so,
I
but I
went
don't know
to-
anybody there anymore.
Ms. Girdler and Mrs. Weatherby?
I'll take Winpaw,
So Molly's taking
Which will-
Clinton.
yes.
Vince will take Winpot.
Potters.
You're taking Winchester?
Yeah.
No, I'm taking Potters.
Oh, you,
You can have Winchester.
Don't say that.
Go ahead.
There's a
Vinny.
line going right down the middle of the building.
It's just
There's a
messing
line
with.
between the two of them that you just clearly draw.
you want that,
I
huh?
want Winpaw.
You can
Do you
both
want
have
it, Jan?
one.
Vince,
you
she
can have
could,
it if
and
I
Vin-
can
Vin-
have
Vince,
Wait a
Vince,
minute.
It's on my way to the golf.
Vince,
If I
Jan,
can have West Senior,
Sure,
then he can have Winpop.
you can have West Senior,
Can I have
Jan.
West Senior?
Absolutely.
Who wants West L?
Vince, when you go, invite her anyway.
My heart is at West L, but
We haven't given Diane anything.
that's true. Let's give Diane some options. I would love to take East Senior.
I want to be with Westall.
Does anyone want East Senior?
Wilson Clay.
There's 9 buildings and 7 board members.
So somebody's going to have to have two.
Somebody's doubling up.
Yeah,
Somebody who doesn't work full-time's got to take another one.
that's not fair.
What did you say?
That's not fair.
I said somebody who doesn't work full-time has to take another school. East Middle or West Middle?
Oh, I'll take West Middle.
Okay, Jan, take West Middle. I'll be there anyways, but yep, that's good.
Just leaves East Middle left.
I got a lot of blue and gold.
Well, we have, Ed, I don't see you on any of these.
I'm not.
Give
Well,
out
come
East
on.
Middle.
I remember, if you remember the election, I don't like kids, so.
Establishment
If
head
you
for
want
East
to do, I'll do
Middle.
East Middle.
Okay.
And then if anyone can't make something, reach out to me. And
Okay.
I'll, if there's something you were gonna go to,
Swing
you
your
can't
mop
make
over
it.
there.
So
Okay.
then are we gonna give West
Well,
L to
Diane?
Diane?
Okay, or if she wants something else, I'd be happy to take West Elm.
Yeah, we can, if Diane's interested, but.
Yes, we'll ask Diane, I will reach out to her and ask her what her preferences
She
are.
can walk to Clinton.
Yeah, I would be willing to switch Clinton with her.
Yeah,
You know.
she can walk over.
Actually, no,
I
you
can
could,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm not familiar with West L
Okay.
either, so.
Okay.
It's fine. Whatever Diane prefers, I'll take it together.
Okay. Finally to the back.
Can I, before we move on to the back?
Sure.
propose the idea of a committee that looks at calendar and master calendar for our district. We have,
Oh, good call, Vince. Guess who used to do that?
we have, you know, a need for athletics and music and buildings to work together so that we're not scheduling on top of one another. And I know it's not possible to eliminate all conflicts, but if you put your time into it from the get-go, you can avoid some conflicts. I mean, we know right now, and Marissa could tell you, probably the sectionals for fall sports are already slated, even winter sports at this point. And I'm pretty sure that the bands and music have an idea when they want to schedule their
Right.
things.
They
So
do.
having a master calendar and putting those things down so we can avoid conflict, and avoid having kids and families ripped apart where they're going to which thing, to the extent possible, needs to be done.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
think the only way you get that is to have a committee that is looking at it long-term and then month by month, going down and making sure that things are not conflicting.
I think there's certain things we have more control of than others. Like for instance, with like Section 6 and scheduling sports and stuff, we have some control over that, just not quite as much. Music we have more control over, except for like district or not district, but like whatever, like
NISMA and stuff
yeah,
like
NISMA
that.
and
We
stuff
know
like
when
that,
musical
yeah.
season is, right? So we know when those dates are gonna be. So if we can black out and say we're gonna avoid scheduling games on those evenings, then let's do that to the extent possible. And I get that there are certain things we have control. Let's take advantage of things we do have control over and lock that down, button that up. And then when there are things that you can't and they just happen naturally, then you accept that. But until you sit down and put these things on a calendar and make that attempt, you're leaving it to chance.
I think I just want to see who you get in the room. So you'd need to have the building principals, you need to have the athletic director, you need to have a music coordinator, you would need to have community ed, you would need to have, I'm just thinking, who else? Who am I missing?
Sounds like a committee.
Maybe,
No, I-
maybe
yeah.
PTAs.
If you don't mind me throwing this out here,
Mhm.
there's a public relations committee.
There
That
you
could,
go.
if we're both on that, I mean, we
think
could,
That's a
it's
great
idea.
wonderful place to start. I think it's a
would
wonderful
that be a
use of-
horrible thing to at least discuss?
Yep.
Well, that,
think
that's
Eleanor
all
could-
good.
Right,
We'll
we
do
don't
it.
want a
For
concert
music
at
and
West
that
Senior
kind of
and
thing,
in
but when you're in
Allendale the
section
same night,
sports,
because a lot of
you don't have that.
parents
It
have two
happens.
kids.
You don't
Yeah,
have
it
the
happens.
power of the sports as much.
And I
because
do
of
like the
sections.
idea, I mean, if you have the musical going,
But it
To a degree.
not to have a
To a
basketball
degree.
game that night.
Well, and we ran into that at East. It was like, oh, there was a lacrosse game, but the same kids were also in the musical, and then that just deters the sports kids from being in the musical because, either the musical's mad at you or the coach is mad at you because you're missing something for the other, so.
Yeah, that
Practices
happens.
are different.
It'll never be perfect, but it
No,
can
but
be
it could be better.
It
Absolutely.
can be better.
I think, maybe at the starting point would be to sit down and actually talk about who it is, first of all, that we need to get to the table.
In the room, right.
Yeah, who needs to be
Yeah.
in the room, and let's talk about the area, like you said, Vince, what we do have control over.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, there's going to be areas where, unfortunately, we're going to have, there's, this thing going on at the middle school, then this thing going at the high school that, parents might feel split between, but like things like open houses and stuff, we do try to coordinate that to say, you're not bumping up. And it's happened before. I remember I scheduled an open house the same night as Winchester, learned that the hard way. So, but, yeah.
Wasn't there, and this was out of our control, but if I remember correctly, there was maybe sectionals or states or something for track on the same day as graduation? Did that happen last
No.
year or this year?
Oh, it was homecoming.
Oh, no, it was graduation.
It was graduation last year, wasn't it?
There was a homecoming
Yeah.
conflict too, with athletes.
Can't change it.
Those are some of the, there are some things that we do have
Right.
some limited degree of control over. So I think, big picture, I think to at least have the conversation to say what would it take and what areas do we have control over. I don't see any harm in that, so.
And like with a sectional or something, maybe we won't have anybody that goes to sectionals, but in the event that we do, let's not have somebody have to stand there in their track uniform to graduate.
It was
And then there, as far as spring is spring, things get canceled, you get games canceled, you have to get them in, you have to get them in. You can't control that, but again, like we're all saying, I think we're all saying the same thing. Control what we can control, let's get a little bit ahead of it and be thoughtful about it and set up a template where there are blackout dates. We do not schedule a game on this date. We have homecoming, let's have everybody home.
Yeah.
Right, no away games on homecoming.
Right. To the degree possible.
You can make that work, right, Marissa?
I'm sorry, what?
You can make all that work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. I think, I think it definitely helps. There's certain things we can avoid, like sectionals and states, but there's definitely areas that we can, having a committee that meets, we would meet probably April and May for the following year and say, here's a concert date, here's an open house date, here's this, here's homecoming, that's a big one. We did work on that for this year. But it's a blackout date to the extent possible. It gets a little iffy on rain out, bad weather, that kind of stuff, but it's definitely started in the right direction.
Cool.
Have a conversation.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to start in August.
All right.
It is
Look at what we
possible
already
that
have in
music may
place
have already scheduled
and
there, so
begin going into the spring.
That's what I was thinking, because I remember having to submit, like, musical dates and stuff like that before the end of the year
Making you
before.
part of that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that,
right.
yeah, you could,
Can you
if you want to make
handle that then?
Yeah.
public relations.
Yes.
You
you
can
want to-
handle it.
Yes, please.
I think music may have
I
created
like
their
to-
schedule for next year, so
So
we
I'll take
just,
the alternate.
again.
Well, that's fine. Just
Yeah.
put it on the, so then put it on the board. Let's see what
Yeah.
we have.
Yep.
All
And then
right.
before you turn to the back one more time, district parent council reps.
Oh, we don't have that on there. Are they even meeting though, Ed?
Yes.
Okay. Who wants to be a DPC rep? But that, shouldn't that be part of community relations
It
as
can
well?
be, that's fine.
I would rather it be a part of community.
Sure.
We don't
Public
have community
relations.
relations.
Or I'm
We
at
have
public relations.
relations?
Yeah, I misspoke.
Okay.
So I would rather that be a part of that.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Has that been started again?
Yeah, they've tried. They've had, they had like, I think, 5 or 6 meetings this year.
Okay.
We went to the
Basically, it
initial,
was
right?
the initial, we went to the initial last year when they started it, but this year they kept it at the leadership from all the schools kind of meeting for a while. And then near the end of the year, there were really, people weren't available,
It
so,
was a good organization at one time.
yeah. Yeah, several of us went through that. Right, Molly?
Flipping over to the
Remember how
back,
we met?
please.
Yeah.
ECASB, we need a delegate. Diane put in as an alternate. Jan, did you have interest in this one?
Oh, yeah.
That's the one you wanted, right, Jan?
Yeah.
You want a delegate, right? Okay, so you
Oh, my
will,
goodness.
but Diane put it herself as an alternate.
Yeah, she was the alternate last year.
Uh,
I guess I missed putting that in.
That's
Oh, my God,
okay.
It's my life.
Legislative committee, I expressed interest in this. And anybody else?
Oh, yeah,
Okay, you too?
yeah. Are you gonna, do you wanna be the alternate?
Yes, sure, I can be the
All
alternate.
right.
Molly?
As an alt? Yeah, I'll be an
Okay.
Oh,
alt.
Okay.
We meet on a Thursday evening.
Can only one board member
Oh,
come?
no, no, no.
Okay,
We're happy to have the alternates come.
okay, great.
That way we don't have a quorum unless we get some of the
Okay.
alternates to come too, so.
Budget,
you.
you're welcome. Budget and finance. I did this last year. It was only maybe 2 or 3 meetings, very easy. So we do need a rep from West Seneca to go to an ECASB budget and finance meeting. Is
I think I
anybody
was the, I
interested?
think I was the backup.
You
I'm
were,
happy
Peter
to
and
be
I
the
went.
backup.
Would you?
Yeah,
That would be great.
but we should have 2 people.
Yes, we should have 2 people. And you get to know other board members in the area. No?
Budget
Okay.
and finance is not my jam.
I understand. Anybody else interested in that? We need 2. Vince, would you be open to that? Maybe Diane would as well.
Maybe Diane will.
Okay. Okay, I'll ask Diane.
I'd
I'm
say-
the alternate,
So maybe
but
Diane?
if no
Maybe
one else is
Diane.
signed up
One's there,
for
then you're the
it,
guy.
Looks like you're the guy.
I've never been to one.
All right.
I think it's popular for the people that sign up, because I've never been to one, and I've always been
Mm-hmm.
the alternate. Yeah.
You would like it, yep.
Yeah.
It's really nice. They chat, they have a big room and they chat at the end, if
There's
anyone.
always snacks.
Oh, yeah, I like to
There's
talk.
always snacks.
There's snacks. There we
And
go.
like a gift
Ziploc
from
bag
Dave
in
Lowry.
my
He
purse.
likes to give
Sometimes
gifts.
he gives gifts.
He does.
CASB chocolate.
Yep.
Or they got a mold somewhere for that ECA chocolate.
He has
So-
other stuff too.
For the voting delegate for NISBA, Molly, would you like to keep that?
I'm confused about how it's gonna run this year.
Okay.
Because it was virtual last year, and that was okay. But maybe Jan, you can give me some
Sure,
background there.
They have
Is
a
it?
business meeting, and they will in Syracuse as part of their convention.
When?
So if you're the
On a
delegate, you gotta
Saturday
be
morning,
there.
and you'll have to stay and sit through the meeting and vote.
It's not part of the convention?
It is, well,
The
It's
one in
last day of-
October?
It's the last
Yeah.
day of the convention.
Oh, okay.
right. And the business meeting is held on Saturday morning, and so you have to stay, don't go home early. And they both.
That's on Saturday morning or Sunday?
Sunday,
No,
Saturday.
Saturday.
It's
It's a
over.
pretty long, it's
It's
not a
long.
long day, but the
Yeah.
convention's not a couple of hours.
It
It's
was
like-
super long
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
Was
It
not?
was.
Yes, it is.
There's
Yeah,
about-
I'm not gonna,
You're not gonna commit?
volunteer for that one. I just can't commit to,
Yeah,
to
and
being
you
in
have to stay
Syracuse.
through,
Yeah.
and vote.
Finish up around noon or 1 o'clock or so.
Okay, we're going to hold on this then, because I don't know that I can commit as well.
Is there anyone that said they were interested in going to the convention?
Yes, we're going to talk about that in a
Oh,
second.
yeah, okay.
I mean, we vote on policies that
New York
NYSIBA
State.
is sponsoring.
Correct.
It's, I mean, I would definitely do it if I could do it virtually. I wouldn't mind doing that, but I can't commit to being there.
And it doesn't mean that those policies are going to happen. I mean, you vote on them, and they're
Yeah, that's-
legislative
right.
techniques that we
That-
are going to push
Right.
in the legislature.
Mhm.
So that's how it works.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I thought it was
Yeah.
interesting how
Yeah.
some boards created policy and they presented it to NYSIBA. It was
Mhm.
interesting to see what was accepted and what wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if you can do a write-in.
I don't know if they're going to do some of that virtually or not.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
We'll get
Okay.
more information.
Do we have
So-
to decide today, or can we talk
Yeah.
about it a
Oh,
little more?
no, that delegate can be
Okay.
appointed.
So can I still take action on this as we've, and then add and changed as needed?
Yes, but it has to be very soon because they already are asking
Okay,
who they're voting.
okay.
Linda Hoffman is probably the one to get in touch with. She's our
Alright.
area one director.
It's not required, though.
Well, if you're not going to it,
Mhm.
if you're going to it, someone probably should vote.
Okay, all right,
It depends on who's going.
okay.
Because everything is in person, so I'm assuming that it's
Mhm.
So we don't have to send someone to vote if we don't have someone.
well,
If nobody's there.
Right.
Or if you even going,
Right.
All right.
so we can find out about, in the light or something.
Okay.
Beforehand.
Okay. So then do I have to make a motion?
So, well, what you could do is you go for the rest of it, and then we'll just, what about the legislative liaison? They add that to it, and we'll keep emails about it.
Yeah, the advocacy liaison, yes, the legislative liaison. I was going to take that one.
Okay, so
Yep.
we'll hold on the voting one right
Mhm.
now.
Yep, hold on voting.
I'm sorry, legislative is useless?
Yes, if everybody's okay with that. Okay. All right, so we can make a motion to approve these liaison positions?
I forgot to write it down. Can we go over them again?
Here,
Oh, no,
I'm
God.
kidding.
Please.
I'll motion.
Thank you, Jody.
You're welcome.
Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Molly, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay. Here we go. Board of Ed meeting schedule. Yes.
No.
That first one was easy.
I apologize. We are on 10E. And I am trying to be
10F.
organized this year, and that's why I'm making everybody do this now. Because it's very hard to get us all in the room. It's very hard. And Nicole printed this out for us. And these are our regular meetings. So we need to pick days for November, December, January, February, and June. And we need,
I'll just say, I'm actually on vacation the first week of August. I'm
you
not
are,
here.
so you won't, okay. So,
That's my big work trip. I'm gone too. So that August 3rd does not work for me.
okay,
You have to find out from Will then, because tax rates have a very short time to
Hey, hey, Will,
So we're okay with the July 6th one.
Yeah, that was today.
not to put you on the spot, so we've got a conflict for that August 3rd Board of Ed meeting. Do you know when we have to adopt the tax rate by? That's okay, I don't know off the top of your head, or,
Okay.
Can we meet the last week of July instead?
No, they don't get the information from one
We'll find them.
So it would be,
I don't have to be here, so don't do it on my schedule, do it on everybody.
it would be the 9th. August 9th would be the next Tuesday.
Is that too late, Will? August 9th?
I'm not aware of the exact date. The county does kind of always possible.
I'll be out of town, but you can vote without me.
I would imagine the ninth will work, but that'll be the last time.
Okay. When do you get back, Matt?
I'm back, it's just that first week in August. So
Just
I'm
the
back
first
the
weekend.
following week, yeah.
Okay.
There's no chance that we'll have it on the 28th? Nicole?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I think, the one who told me the past few days is very end of July,
Okay.
so I don't even know if even that, I don't think, from what I've been told in the past, whether that's been changed, I don't know.
Will they suggested the possibility of the 28th, but that's not a safe bet that you're going to have the information,
No,
correct?
the information comes from the town, we don't control the information.
Got it.
Okay. All right, so any suggestions?
Is
Should
there a
we
lot
do-
of business typically conducted at the meeting? Like, do we want to?
It's a regular board meeting as well. It is.
We'll have more appointments
If we
at
can
that
do-
point.
Is there a reason why we chose a Wednesday? Because if we do it on the 2nd, I can do it, oh, but you're not here, Matt. Do you have to be here to accept the tax rate?
No, I don't. No, I don't like to miss meetings, obviously, and I think I've missed one since I've, done this, but there's nothing legally required to have me at a meeting, so.
We do the meeting like we did the last meeting, where that's the only thing we do.
Yeah,
Right.
but I believe there will be appointments that you will
Well-
probably need to get through.
We'll need to have appointments, so whether it's potentially the week before or that week after, we will definitely have appointments and whatnot that we're gonna, August, and honestly, we'll probably, I know we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, you'll probably wanna have a second meeting at the very end of August too, because there will be last minute, needs for appointments as well.
Jody, I assume this is wrong, but it shows that you're not available at all in August on this.
I only filled out my availability through the middle of August, and I am not available to take an entire day off of work for an 8-hour retreat. So, there's a job that pays my bills, and there's a job that
I just
doesn't.
thought maybe that was.
Okay.
I have weekend availability.
Can we, Nicole, I feel like we need to have further discussion about the calendar. So, I know. What are our board members' thoughts? Do we want to go through this and plug in days now?
I think we plug in August and September and wait for Diane's not here to
So,
pick any of these days. Her calendar's not with us either. So if we can just do the first two, and then at our next meeting, when everybody's here, pick dates for the rest of the year,
I think that makes sense.
right?
my 2 cents are, like, I personally have only done this, I think, this would be the 6th time now, and the longer we
I know.
wait, the more, like, everyone's waiting on our, like, especially our savior over in the corner, who does everything, is just literally champing at the bit.
I know.
I say chomp.
Champing.
Chomping?
I say
But
chomp.
there's also no rules on changing things
Right.
as we look at it. So, I'm available. I'm willing to do whatever we want to do. I just know sometimes it's better to get something done and then
Yes.
whatever you want.
I would love to go through them all, just to get them done while we're all here. Yes. But I do want to hear about Diane's availability. So, let's get through as many as we can. All right, so let's work on August 3rd. Can we do August 2nd? Is that okay with you, Matt? Otherwise, we'll move it to the 9th.
No, definitely you can proceed. There's no
Okay.
legal reason for me to do that.
Can
And I
everybody?
I'm sorry, if it helps,
Sure.
sitting down and going over the agenda meeting in
Sure.
advance the week before, answering any questions, I'm happy to
Okay.
do that.
All right, thank you. Is everyone okay with August 2nd?
I won't be here.
You will not be here. Okay.
I can't be here on the 2nd, but I can on the 3rd.
So 1,
Ken on the 3rd.
2.
What about 11:30 on the 2nd to 1:30 on the 3rd?
we're just adopting the tax rates. If everybody else can be here and I can't be here, I'm okay.
Okay.
It's not,
Yeah, but
It's a
Matt
vote,
can't
but
be
it's-
here as well.
right.
Okay. All right,
Stick with the 3rd?
we're keeping August 3rd. Okay, so September, we do not have a date.
I'm wondering if we should, maybe John would suggest only August 8th,
Yep.
for HR stuff,
Okay,
maybe August 30th.
sure,
Sorry, this is kind of right now, because I still want,
yes,
for the last minute hires, school
right,
school starts.
yes. But I just want to say that I am hoping to not have 2 board meetings a month moving forward. Just for August, I think that would be okay.
I can't do August 30th, but I can do any other day that week.
Okay,
I can do the 31st.
August 31st. Excuse me. Is everyone okay with August 31st? Okay. Excuse me. I do, but I can't find any.
This is the first PE day for our staff, so potentially it's worth considering the 29th. Unless you want to avoid Mondays, I'm just trying to think, last minute appointments, I guess we could conditional, or they just would miss our opening.
Oh, because you want to have people in place so they can show up to our first PD day. So the 30th is our first day of staff development.
Okay.
So I think what John's saying is you could conditionally send somebody, but I mean,
Okay, so what are the suggestions for the day?
say the 29th he's suggesting.
Okay.
I can do Monday.
Is everyone okay with August 29th?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. September. First day of school is September 6th. Is everybody okay with September 6th?
Why do I feel like last year we did that and then we changed
We
it?
changed it because I think everybody.
Everyone was like, oh, we're gonna be exhausted.
But then I think that it became a problem.
Yeah,
I think,
no, I know.
yeah.
I just remember someone trying to, or us trying to change it.
I'm okay with September 6th. Is everyone else?
Is that the first day of school?
It is the first day of school. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fine with me.
September 6th.
Am I fine with me?
Okay.
And then can we go over the rest of these at the August meeting? Is that what we decided when we have Diane too?
Well,
Yeah, we're gonna plow through them now and then
yeah,
meet with
and
her.
I'm not gonna speak for Diane, but Diane's usually pretty good. She's either out of the country or she makes the meetings, like,
Okay.
she's not changing
We're,
the trip.
we're trying to do the first Tuesday of the month anyways.
Yeah.
So we can
Yeah.
check with her and I'm absolutely open with, being flexible if we
Is
can.
that traditional, first Tuesday of the month?
Yes.
Then it seems like stay the course.
Yeah. So, but we need to do October 12th for an audit review. Now, is that a board meeting as well?
Yes, part of the internal audit review.
Okay.
They do ahead of time.
And it has to be that day?
And then it's approved, well, with that, the time frame. It's probably when they get the reports.
It's a Wednesday then.
It is a Wednesday. Yeah. It is a
So that's
Wednesday.
like a legal thing where the auditors report to the whole board
I
type?
think it depends on when the business office gets the final report.
Get it the same night of the month each. I don't understand why we're moving. Why are we moving around?
I don't know. I don't know why it's on a Wednesday.
Is there like a specific Wednesday reason, or
No?
can we go to the tip, stick with?
Okay.
Okay, so can we do the 11th?
Let's do the 11th. Yeah, I would rather keep them on the Tuesdays. Okay? So,
So I have a question for you, Liz. You
Yes.
indicated that we're gonna go down to one board meeting a month
Mhm.
from 2 board meetings a month. Is that something?
yeah, I'm planning to discuss it. It's on the second page.
Yeah, we still have work sessions. and,
sessions.
Historically, that's what we always try to do with one board meeting, one work session.
Right.
But stuff just kind of got blended more often than not.
Yeah.
Technically, most of our work sessions, we still did some voting on them, but
Exactly.
they really weren't the actual board meetings. Like, the title's up here.
Yeah.
What your
Of what you're at.
So we're here.
Okay, so we're October 11th and then November 8th is election day. Do we want to keep that day or do we want to do November 1st?
Isn't West Ella polling? There is West Ella polling place?
No.
Is there no school?
There is no school on election day, but West Elle's not a polling place.
Okay,
Much viewers for me.
Building's closed.
November 8th, Tuesday.
That's not a problem.
The 8th.
December 6th, Tuesday. January 3rd. Or the 10th. Yeah, 3rd is right when they
the
start
kids
school,
back?
I'm
The
sure,
second?
right when they come back.
I think they come back on the 3rd possibly. I'm sorry, I don't have the calendar off the top of my head, but
Mhm.
the 1st, it's a Sunday, I don't know if that's like a holiday.
They say the second, like on my Google calendar, it says the public holiday is Monday, January 2nd.
That's what I'm wondering,
So I'm
yeah.
guessing they don't come back
They
till
may
the
not come
5th.
back till the 3rd.
Those
Still
mandated
good, right?
holidays.
We're still going to the 3rd?
Yeah, 3rd's still fine.
Okay,
Cool.
February 7th.
I think that's the day of the Super Bowl parade.
Oh.
Reason to cancel the board meeting?
Yeah.
That's fine. Who else
Um,
win the Super Bowl? We'll cancel the board
Like
meeting.
that optimism.
We'll go. Okay, March 7th is scheduled budget work session. And then March 21st is the budget adoption. April 18th is the Erie 1 BOCES vote, but do we want a meeting on April 4th? A board meeting?
I mean, you have to always do that budget vote. that
Mhm.
everyone goes to
We
that
do.
day.
Yeah,
We do.
I think a lot of times we flipped it.
Okay,
made
so
the
we,
work session early and the board meeting
I
later.
see. Okay, so
But
then,
again, I'm either one or both work.
3.
What's the week after school?
I think it's the following, I think it's the week of Monday the 10th. I think that's the,
Nicole, you're gonna send us a revised, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Time and place.
21. I think that's going to be okay because it'll be 4 weeks. And it should be fine.
Okay.
Okay?
did you
April
say
8th.
April 4th? What did you say?
April 18th.
I've got that.
Sticking with
Okay.
April 18th. May 2nd is the budget hearing.
Yep.
And May
Birthday.
16th is,
So you bring Eileen's cake, I'm good.
okay. May 16th is the vote of the election.
Hey,
Just remind us it's Ed's birthday.
Yeah.
By the way, kids return to your
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, kids return.
Hey, Nicole, you have the calendar handy?
Yeah, it's a
What about the spring break in April?
It's April 3rd through 10th.
Oh, it is 3rd through 10th, okay.
All right. And then June 6th will be the last 2023 meeting.
Now, where do you want the Zoom meeting? Do you want it at West Ella on the gym again?
Isn't that the retiree meeting?
Yes.
I like what we did.
Yes. I think that worked.
Yeah, I thought it was really nice. You did a great job of
Okay.
organizing it. May
So,
16th is just but that's the where people vote.
That's the vote.
all right.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not running next year. Yes, I'll be there.
Do you want to talk a little bit about
No,
work
not
sessions?
next year.
You're not gonna run next year? You'll still stand out there
Yeah,
and
those kids.
sunburn?
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk about work sessions because this is something that I wanted to open up to the board as well, is that we felt this year there were so many board meetings and they were just, 2 board meetings a month felt like a lot, and we didn't have time to do our committee work. So we were wondering if we could schedule days and then, let's say Molly and I and Diane come in and do policy
Oh my God, yeah.
work on that day.
Great.
And then, you
Or
can.
you could have like 2 committees meet at that time.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, like
Mhm.
divide and conquer. But, like if you look at other board, calendars, like across Erie County, nobody has like that many sessions where there's presentations, and we got a little overzealous, I think, last year when we were
Yeah,
scheduling. We all
I
did.
think the thought process was get as much information as we
Yeah.
can.
Mm-hmm.
Because previous to that, it was, again, when I first got on the board, it was 1 meeting a month for like an hour.
Right.
So I liked increasing it.
wonderful.
Well,
That is wonderful. But, our like, we're all pretty committed to our
but I love that idea
committees.
of giving,
And
time to meet and,
Right.
I mean, it's not technically, like if two separate committees are meeting two separate parts of the building, it's not a.
Right, it's not a quorum, and we can
Yeah.
just do our work and then report back to the board, via email or at the next board meeting. So I didn't know if we wanted to put dates down for this or if we wanted to talk about it at our retreat. But we also have to schedule the retreat tonight. So I was hoping not to leave here with a retreat date scheduled. So,
We were hoping to have a retreat date scheduled.
yes, today, because we're all here except Diane, but we have Diane's availability. So,
My opinion is schedule something and we can change it. If we don't schedule anything, I think it's just one more
yeah,
thing for us to focus on.
Okay.
We could change anything. It's just my opinion.
it is.
I'm good with I love that idea though.
It
So
is.
do you want to, can I make a suggestion that maybe we stick to, the Tuesdays?
Yeah.
And at our retreat, we can kind of divvy up our, when our committees would meet on those specific Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then possibly discuss as well any presentations that were really,
Interesting.
chomping at the bit
Okay.
to,
have at our
yeah.
next board
Like
meeting.
budget season, you would use those work sessions to go through budget.
Yes.
Okay.
When data becomes more available, if we wanted to have a data session, we would do that during a work session as opposed to a regular board meeting.
Yeah.
Plus, if we have that date kind of set aside as either
Okay.
committees to meet and something
Sure.
comes up, where the seven of us have to have a meeting, emergency hire or something.
It's already, we're in
Yeah.
place.
Yep,
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, so then let's start with, we're going to try to do our retreat in August, so let's start with September, and then just do 2 weeks after our board meeting. Does that sound okay with everybody?
Tuesday.
Yep, so the second, the third, whatever, the third, yeah, Tuesday.
So the first and the
Yeah.
third Tuesday.
So, yep,
You're in September now?
yep, so it would be like September 20th would be our work session.
Okay.
I can't do September 20th.
Okay.
And it would be okay if we didn't have all board members present
Right.
for work sessions.
Right.
Because they're not legally
That's gonna
required. Yeah,
It
it's
is going to happen, yeah, and it doesn't, and not everybody needs to be there, right, because we shouldn't be
Same
voting.
start times, or?
Yes, same. Or we can do earlier, like if you wanted to have your
Yeah.
committees on that day, committee meetings as
We
well.
don't
We could do
decide
them
that
at
right this
5:30,
minute, but
right,
yeah,
no.
we can
Yeah, I
kinda-
like the idea of maybe starting a little bit earlier.
Like
Go
5,
5:30
5:30.
or something
Yeah.
like that. Go to pizza, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Some of the
True.
stuff, so.
Yeah.
Every
Okay.
month could be a different local pizzeria.
There you go. There's plenty of them to
Great
choose.
idea.
Rose is on there, we're good to go.
So I have September 20th, October 25th so far. November 22nd. Not sure how that will work. That is 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Well,
Day
last
before
year,
Pi Day.
last year I think we eliminated one too,
Yeah.
didn't
We
we,
did.
in November?
November.
I
Or
think
December?
It was November, December we killed, it might have been December that we killed it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there right now when we go to December.
I know. So let's not kill November. Let's kill December.
Okay.
If that's
Do you want to
okay.
do the 15th or the 22nd?
I had the 22nd.
Okay.
When's Thanksgiving?
It's 2 days later.
Okay.
The 24th.
The only person that, Diane might go see grandkids for Thanksgiving, but
Okay.
that's the only person I can think of.
We will run all this by her. So nothing in December. January, we have
Yeah,
the
we skipped
3rd.
January.
So we can do the 17th or the 24th of January.
When's the board meeting in January?
3rd.
3rd?
Let's do the 17th.
17 sounds good, stay with it.
Yep. January 17th. So February 7th. We'll do February 21st, but I
I'm
believe
gone.
that's break.
That's break, I'm gone the whole week for
Okay.
a work trip.
Did we
Okay.
do February last year?
Not sure.
Okay.
We don't have to.
So
Yep.
clearly February 14th is the date we picked.
So
Or the 28th, yes.
Yeah, or the 28th.
Let's do February 28th.
I was just thinking.
These are flexible, and not everybody needs to come, February 28th. We'll get this all to you. We'll get it all typed up and get it to you. Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh, wait till you start getting the calendar.
Yeah, March, we're going to skip.
They're great.
Oh,
Yeah, we're skipping March, and we will, April,
we have 2 meetings already, don't we?
right, in March, we have 2 meetings. April, we have 1 meeting on the 18th. So that one's an odd month as well.
Maybe like the 4th and go earlier in the
Yeah.
month?
When was break again? The week of the 10th?
That's break.
Is it the 4th?
Okay, so then,
Do we do 2 weeks in a row and do the 11th and the 18th?
Wait, I thought break was the week of the 10th.
3rd through the 10th.
Oh,
3rd through the 10th.
oh.
Yeah, I would rather do the 18th because
18th, we already have a meeting.
I'm sorry,
You're
the
eating
11th.
budget.
I meant the 11th.
Okay.
I misspoke again.
March 11th?
April
11th.
11th. We're skipping March.
All right,
And
When is
then
our meeting in March, though?
good idea.
We have 2 meetings in
When's the
March,
second
7
one?
and 21.
What about March 28th instead?
Nope, it's my kid's birthday.
Oh,
I'm
it's
not
your
coming.
birthday, you're not coming.
Not happening.
I knew that. I had my calendar, too.
Larry missed his kid's Sweet 16 for a board meeting and
traumatizing.
Traumatized.
It is
As
traumatizing.
I was traumatized as mom.
And his. Okay, so April 11th we have, and then May we have the budget hearing and the vote and election. So that's a busy month. I would skip May.
May is so busy in school
Yep.
too.
And so is
Like
June.
if you
And
have
so is
kids,
June.
May is so crazy.
Let's just stop at April. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean celebrations. I know. Yeah.
Yep. 5:30?
You'll be at
5:30?
She'll be at the top.
Which one, 5 or 5:30?
Is 5 okay?
I love that idea of starting
Can you do
earlier.
5? Okay, let's do 5. Yeah,
Yeah, just
work
work
sessions.
Just
Okay.
work sessions. Just committee work at this time.
Okay. I think we plowed through.
Wow. Now we
Sort
have
of.
When's retreat?
Retreat time.
I know.
Wah, wah, wah.
He's still out of the agenda.
So if you pull out your folders, you had it, right, Vince? With availability, we do not have a lot of availability. So,
So Jody, you said because I'm not seeing. Wait, where are you?
I'm above
So
Vince.
you have.
I'm not,
You said you had some weekend availability.
I have weekend, and it's on here, I have weekend availability, but I cannot, first of all, I guess I would like to say, I am not in favor of an 8-hour in one session retreat at a tune of $7,000. If it was a 4-hour retreat, my availability completely changes, and you can make me available from 5 to 9 on a gazillion nights. But I don't have the availability to not provide for my family for an 8-hour retreat. So
This is
I-
gonna be an 8-hour retreat?
Yeah, it's 2 sessions. It's 2 sessions in one. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but
You split it over 2 days?
then you lose the discount. So
what do we do?
that's really up to everybody, you know.
Yes. Can we reach back out to NISBA and see if they
What?
would do it over 2 days?
Sure.
Just throwing the other idea out there, like a 12 to 8 or anything, if that's not an option either.
I-
No? Okay. Just throwing it
My
out,
job
just,
is my life.
So
just-
what is, Jody, what is then, what's best for you then, as far as a 4-hour retreat?
I can do a 5 to 9, no problem. But I can't commit, I can't take a chunk out of my work
So
day.
5 to 9 is your window?
Yeah, I could do a 5 to 9 almost any weeknight.
Yeah.
But I can't say, oh, I gotta be there 9 to 5, sorry, boss man,
No,
I
get it.
can't work
Get it.
today.
Get it.
So,
5 to 9, 2 5 to 9s?
even if
We
you
can
do
look
2 in a
into it.
row, 5 to 9, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you did, you guys all hate me for this, but a 5 to 9 on Friday night and 9 to 1 on Saturday morning, or,
Yeah.
you can hate me for
Oh,
it, but
don't say you.
something,
I think back-to-back nights on a 5 to 9 would probably be the most conducive
She's
to.
yeah.
yeah, I mean, that
keeping-
completely changes my availability.
Yeah, and we can ask.
We can
They
ask.
should
yes.
be able to break,
But I wanted to ask the rest of you, if we have 4 or more board members who can make it to the retreat, are you okay with us moving forward with that? Because that, we do have some days where there are 4 people, 5 people. So I'd love for you all to be there, but if we need to do this in August, we need to make it happen. We need to write our vision, rewrite our goals,
So July's out, we're looking at August.
because Diane's not here. So I don't want to leave anybody out, but if I see availability for 4 or 5 board members, I thought we would just move forward.
Yeah, I feel that we should do what we can to accommodate Jody's schedule and have 2 evenings. And if that's not possible, then we look at, how do we do this without her present, but allowing her to contribute to it.
Right. Okay. Let's look into that then. Let's look into the 2 session. And then if not, we will just have to pick a day.
And that really just makes, I'm gone the first week of August for my work trip. The
Okay.
same week Matt's gone though too,
So then after that, Jody, like if
I can
we.
do weeknight.
Yeah, so if we schedule the weeknight, you'd be fine with that.
Okay.
Okay.
The only thing I know I have on there is an August 30th, but I don't think we're gonna get to August, like I have something the night of August 30th, but I don't feel like we're gonna get to there before you scheduled it. You know.
The other thought could be a 1 to 9, and then she gets the second half of it.
Jan?
So that you wouldn't have, so you want to
Yeah.
have 1 session, so at least she's able to make part of that session. And we can get to her, make the goal, schedule it, so the goal setting, she's present for that.
Are you out, Jan, are you out of town the first 3 weeks? Or is that just, you're not available those days? What about, because if we're talking about the evening, does that include you from the evening?
Oh, yeah, we were gonna travel, but.
No, that's why I just wanted to, 'cause I know we're,
Come to you, where are you going?
hey, we're good.
Indiana.
So it looks
Okay.
like if we're just looking at like availability, and we could switch it to evening availability, if we're just looking at the most green, right, in August, or,
It's the first week? But I
no,
would say no.
Jody's not.
I'm not.
Okay.
That's the week that I have my work trip to New York.
First
Yeah.
week and second week in August?
Nope, I come back, I'll be back, depending on, I don't have my flight back yet, so the earliest I would be back would be Monday morning.
Monday.
I usually come Monday the 8th.
8th, okay.
I'm really just gone the 3rd till the 8th.
You're traveling, Jan. You're out of town?
Jan, when are you leaving?
We're traveling that week, yeah,
Of the 8th.
yeah.
Okay, so maybe let's look at the next.
August 20th.
I didn't look at Saturday specifically. I just know that that's like when I do a lot of big projects, but I can look,
Whenever you're out of the
Yeah.
retreat,
I'm not,
it's okay.
Okay. All right, we're going to need to get back on this one, so we can get through the agenda. All right? Yeah, let's get through the agenda, and then we can go back to this within the next week. All right.
If NYSERDA can even do that.
Exactly. That's what we need to find out first. All right.
No, they're looking for,
These dates, that's
they're looking for availability. That's what they're looking for. They're
Okay.
waiting on our
Availability.
availability so that they can schedule a trainer. So they're waiting for our
What's it
availability.
costing us to have them do it?
The 7,000 for one whole day.
7,000?
It's training, Jan.
Oh, I know that.
I mean, I'm a huge advocate of this just because so many of us have never been trained, and we have a lot of work to do as far as figuring out our goals and.
I have a big problem with that because we're talking about a $7,000 one-day training,
Yeah, we're not talking about that now, though.
About the
but
money.
we voted down a $17,000 three-year facilitator. So,
Yeah, I see it as apples to oranges, but
Honeycrisp Gala.
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll just
We'll talk, yes.
We'll look at our. We'll have to look at availability. and
Okay.
get it out.
All right. So we're on 10G, Erie County Association of School Boards.
Also, Jan, have a budget.
We have to vote on the board
that was
meeting. Sorry.
discussion, right?
Yeah.
That we never-
Sorry. F, Board of Education meeting schedule. Can I have a motion to accept
We had the motion.
the Board of Education meeting schedule 10F?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, can I have a second? Vince seconds, Molly. first, and all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? 6-0. Okay, 10G, Erie County Association of School Boards. Can I make a motion to accept a membership through the ECASB for this year?
Yes.
Okay, Ed?
Oh, I thought you were making the motion.
Oh, okay. All right. Ed,
Jody, go ahead. You're good.
Jody makes the first motion. Ed, would you like to make the first?
Sure.
I will.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Oh, 6-0. Okay, 10H, New York State School Board Association. Membership to this for
This
the
is the one we
22.
joined this year
This
for
is
the
the
first
one, yeah. This is the one that we were looking to lead our retreat also. Can I have a motion on this?
I'll move.
Jan, can I have a second?
I'll second.
Molly seconds. All in favor?
Discussion.
Aye.
Oh, discussion? Any discussion?
Sorry, I apologize.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just trying to move. All in favor?
This is, so discussion, this is the one we joined this year?
This is the one we
And
joined this
we're
year.
happy with the results
We're-
and everything?
They've been
I mean,
amazing.
Okay, great.
Yeah, they've been amazing.
I just wanted to make sure, because
Yes.
it was a good discussion last year, so.
Right.
Obviously rejoining means we're happy, but,
Yeah,
you
I
guys
am.
were the big proponents of it. and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
you,
love.
Yeah, and then we're gonna use them for the retreat?
We are.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and, right, and they offer so many retreats and
The
academies.
retreat is extra, it's not something.
Right, it's not
We'll
part of
get
the
a discount
membership.
for being members, I'm guessing.
Well, and
A little
all of
bit.
all of the trainings that we sign up for through NYSEBA, it does come at a cost. It's like generally around $100, but what you gain from those is pretty awesome. And you also have access to lawyers that you can ask them questions.
That,
and-
that actually is the big plus, because they do have a wonderful staff.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
great.
The attorneys. Yeah, and when we were not a member, because we were on austerity so badly, it was difficult. And,
Mhm.
I know Linda Hoffman was really glad to welcome us back. I think we should
We should.
maintain that.
Okay, then, let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, Jody's 5-1. All right, so 10I, National School Board Associations. We have not been a part of this in the past. It's on here if anybody's interested in it, so, how do I do this? Because we didn't, okay, ask for a vote. Motion, okay, can I get a motion on this?
I'll move.
Okay, a second?
I'll second that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, discussion. I am personally not interested in this one. I don't know how others feel.
This one doesn't cost as much, as
Right.
a state. But sometimes they do. They do some lobbying and they do some things that are good for the whole area. So I know Mary Blessing was involved with this quite a bit. She and I both were reps, and we did go to Washington and meet with the legislators. So much of that is done though online
Mhm.
today, so it's not as costly. But
Out of all
Okay.
three, this is the most inexpensive one.
Yes, but
I
it
don't think
is
I've
the
ever-
most,
Also the farthest away
exactly, it's
from
the
New
most
York,
detached
Right.
from us.
Educational
Yeah,
island
I have no
from
interest
every
in
other
it, I
state.
just didn't know.
Okay,
International?
National.
I find it to be superfluous.
okay,
I'm going with Vince.
Me too.
me too. All right, so all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, one, opposed?
Opposed.
Opposed.
I'll abstain.
Okay, you just complicated it for us. 1, 2, 3, 4 opposed, 1 abstention, and 1 yes. All right.
It's unlikely that we would go to their conventions anymore.
Yeah.
But
She goes, why? Why'd you do that?
it's a statement.
Okay. So,
I'm shivering.
I am going to go through all, the rest of J, so, I'm sorry, the rest of 10, so 10 J through O.
I'll make a motion to accept J through O.
Okay.
And J through.
Mm-hmm.
Question, but somebody has to second first.
Yes. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Molly seconds.
Discussion.
Discussion.
We did approve a Florida trip on the east side of the district, am I not correct? sport, like this isn't just gonna be, last year we didn't approve anything out of
No,
state.
no restrictions.
No restrictions this year.
I didn't intend that either.
Okay? That was my question.
Okay. Any other discussion?
It's just that the energy consultants do save us money. It's a good idea.
Okay. Good to know. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, anyone opposed? Passes 6-0. All right. So designations, finally, 11. Okay, let's see. Can I make a motion for all of 11? So 11A through 11R?
I'll make a motion to accept all of 11.
Okay. This is a really long one, Vince. The others get better.
Pay the Buffalo News to be.
I'm sorry. Oh.
whatever. I wonder why
Oh.
we don't do that.
On mine, no, there's an R. There's an R on
Oh,
it.
you know what? I'm sorry, there is an I apologize. You know, I
Yeah.
printed this up earlier.
Yeah, there is an R. There is
You added that last one, right? That's what I thought.
attendance officer, Dr. Sharon Logren.
Yeah, that's Sharon. Sharon
There
does a
are.
lot.
All
Her
right.
name's on this a lot. so.
Okay.
I don't know.
I have a question about the newspaper.
Well, we gotta have a second.
Okay, so I think,
Second, then we can discuss.
all right, discussion?
Yeah, business first, I'm not sure about them because they always put us low because we're frugal.
Where's
And,
that?
So we don't get the
Papers
kind
record. So
kind
it's
of rating
B
we
and
should.
business
But the
first.
B group is fine. Why don't we get the Buffalo News? Does that cost money to do it?
Their legal notices are very.
What?
Their legal notices are very expensive.
Oh, the legal notices. Okay, that's why, all right.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean we don't use the Buffalo News, we still get a subscription.
Mm-hmm.
But not the legal notices, business first is a lot cheaper.
Okay, that's interesting.
We could move to them over the Buffalo News.
Why do we need business first?
You need
We
two.
have to have something.
We have to have two.
You have
We have to have
for all
two?
legal notices.
Yeah, we did actually consult with our attorney a few years back, and they felt that those were both acceptable. They had broad enough
I know the B is
circulation.
a good one. Oh, they always put us down.
All righty.
Because we're frugal, we don't spend enough money.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, passes 6-0. All right, finally, authorizations. Nope, right? Did I do it?
Yeah,
Yep,
you're
I
right.
did. Okay, authorizations. A through D. Can I get a motion to pass, to approve 12A through D?
I'll move. I'll
Molly.
second.
Jody seconds. Any discussion? Nope. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Nope, passes 6-0. All right, so 13, financial reports we do not need to approve. Public comments.
Jen?
Is there anyone
Ally?
left? Jen?
Anyone else? You do? Okay, so let me, it isn't? Okay. No, you have to stand, and I have to read my little statement to you.
You read this.
Oh, I read the statement already, so I'm good? Okay.
She's familiar with this.
Yes, she is. All right, go ahead, Jan. You,
So,
you state your name and address.
Jennifer Cross at 47 Manhattan Street.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, is the public allowed to go to the redistricting meetings? The second, since we're doing the liaisons for the schools, are you going to introduce yourself or send something out to the parents so the parents can reach out to that individual person for that school? And I appreciate you not voting to go to the National School Board. And if you're having conflicts about the New York State's board, why do we have to be in that? Is that a fee that the school is going to be penalized for not being? Because you guys are discussing the who is going to be the person that's going to go to the National School Board or the New York State one in Albany, and so. Does the school district get penalized from the state for not being on the board? So why do we have to be on the be a membership of the National School Board Association? if we can't have somebody come out, why are we gonna have somebody, spend $11,000 when we can't, have somebody commit and attend, those meetings? So if nobody can go, nobody can commit, join the membership for the New York State. That's my other concern. So, the other question is, can we please have all the schools send out a monthly letter, just like West Middle does? Every single school throughout the district send out a monthly letter or a monthly calendar to all the parents so they know what's going on that month. And especially when it comes down to the end of the year with school books, yearbooks. Yearbooks this month was ridiculous with West Middle. Half of my Lily's friends didn't even get one because the things are all online now. So if the parents don't get the emails, they're not going to know to buy their yearbook. So we need to make sure that the parents get a calendar or a calendar of events at every single school to say these are the deadlines of what you need to be doing. Because a lot of stuff goes in the spam. You don't know that stuff. So we send out a letter to the parents each month saying, okay, these are for September. Here's the events of the school. Let's do that. So that's
Okay. Thank
Point
you, Jen.
of clarification, are you asking a physical letter to be sent home?
No, like an
Or
email.
an
Like
email.
West Middle has an email that sends out like, oh, these are the
Many
events,
schools do.
daily events or monthly
We get them
events.
all.
Isn't
Many
there a
schools
monthly
do. We can talk
calendar
about it with the-
online for every school? Like,
No,
your
I
school,
believe- I believe
like, what are
so,
you specifically, like, what
they,
school?
West Middle actually sends out the parents, if you're enrolled in middle school, you get an email of,
Yeah.
September, you get a whole month, list of everything that's going on in September.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have student of the month that you get along with that email. So
Mm-hmm.
like whatever goes on at, West Middle, I know what's gonna happen that whole month. And they send it out, for August, they send it in the beginning of August of what's going to happen
Mm-hmm.
in September. So I think we should do that for all the parents because it's crazy not knowing when these events are happening.
I can respond to all these
Okay.
things tomorrow. if you
Even
want me
this
to.
fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel confident.
All right.
I mean,
Thank you.
I'll send
Yeah.
communications with
Sure.
every confidence with all the answers. to
All right.
these.
Thank you, Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
Somebody will get back to you.
Thanks, Jen. I got took everything down.
Okay. I lost your little note about executive, but, yeah. Pardon me?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so, okay, any other public comment? No, okay, we're all set.
Can I make a comment?
Oh, sure.
As public? What happened to board discussion on the bottom of the agenda? We used to have board discussion at the end of meetings, and it went away.
I think just for this one, right?
Yeah, we
Just
didn't
for-
do superintendent reports or assistant
Right.
reports either, just.
Because it
restricted
was-
The length, that's
Okay.
just for
Yeah.
tonight.
Bring it back.
Yep, we will. All right, so now I'd like to make a motion to move into executive session to discuss the employment history of particular individuals.
I'll second it.
I'll first it.
Okay.
and second it.
Okay, and then do we have to do a vote? Like, all in favor? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, anyone opposed? Nope. So after executive, we will not be conducting any, what is it called?
Business.
Public business, so, but we will adjourn the meeting after this. Okay, thank you, everybody, for coming. Hi, we have returned from executive session. Executive session, it is 9:12 p.m., and I would like to ask someone to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I motion.
I'll second.
Jan motioned, Jody seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Nope. Thank you and good night.